Okay, camera, thanks for fucking me right here. It took 6. And it took it... I think that was the end of its turn? Can I tell that? Is there some way I can tell that in the log order? Okay, Marauder Guard, which is them, begins turn. My warriors take burning. No, this is my turn. This is not Marauder Guard turn. This is me. At the beginning of my turn, he takes the dot. So it's basically the end of his turn. So the dots are applied at the end of your turn. Okay. Went up for 63. It's a number. This guy have his stun up. Stun is CD for 1 turn. Okay. So the giant should have died to poison. It's the end of their turn. That when the dot applies. It applies at the end of the round. At the end of the after the unit's acted. So no, right? The giant wouldn't have died. The giant would have swung and then cast, right? Isn't that what we just learned, Najoran? Am I misunderstanding what I just said out loud? This blocking here, by the way. Okay. We can go tie them up in melee. Seems fine. I do have a cure. I don't know if it's off cooldown. It is off cooldown. So we could fly over here and restore one of these guys too. Seems good. The burning one in particular. I don't think it matters here how we kill this. And this fire is really, really annoying. Which is probably why they built it. So. Alright, get nuked. Alright. We can go up this way. There's a fire tile there. We're not burning. This is actually full blocked, huh? Off the fire. If we kill them this turn, we don't take the dots though, because it applies at the end. We have a bit of temp HP too, so we can get through that and not care. This thing doesn't have zone of control. It's a battle mage. We could walk in there. It's okay too. Can we focus that one down? Probably. So Doggo can't go past here. Why? Just doesn't have the movement? Shouldn't I be able to go there? I don't think these are actually tiles that you can get on. I think that's a 1-tile choke. Okay. Oh, anti-melee damage attack on that. Can I get archers in range? This could be a decent teleport. Only get 1 shot, but it's a flank from here. Actually teleport up to there. Oh, now we get Pack Hunter. That was totally accidental. I didn't know the little summons had Pack Hunter. Melee attacks deal extra damage, so it's not even relevant. Okay. Battle mages don't have zone of control, no. So I think this is basically those tiles that are half tiles are not actual tiles. You can't move on them. So I think it's terrain that's impacting the movement there. This unit's moved. We want to just kill. Where's the unit there? We have temp HP there. Should be good. Alright, good. I can move there now, though. What the hell? Why couldn't I move the other tile? I don't actually know then. Thought I knew, but I don't. So I don't know why that's 50. Oh, he's in terrain, that's why.
Our modest fellowship expands.
Kratzenstein, thanks. Alright, I think we're good here, right? We don't need to take that damage, though. We should try to do it elsewhere. It doesn't matter if we take this. This should be perfect, right? Even there with a throw. I guess that's fine. Is that any different than that? I guess I could go heal. Okay, we come to here. Give him the temp HP and kill. I don't know why it was giving me lost units on that fight. That fight was super easy once we focused the giant down. Okay. 128 production. Oh no. We should have known that too. We actually could have known that. So actually, we need to cancel this mint. We'll waste the production here, but we'll instantly pump that into that city, right? If mint's available, mint is available. If we can get more gold, it's not wasted, but I don't think we can get any more attacks this round. We're out of movement here and out of movement here. This unit's in range of that. What is it, 119? So we need another 30, it's not 37, it's 40, no, it's 37. 37 gold. How much did that one give us? Like 33? Ah, appreciate it. Appreciate the compliment. I don't think we can do that. I get a refund if I cancel the mint. I don't think I get anything ever again from anything. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, chat. If you're asking if I cancel this mint now, do I get the cost of this back? Yes. I'll lose the overflow production is why I'm hesitant to do it. Because for some reason, everything is refunded except overflow production, which is used when you assign but don't use a turn. So I don't know what happens if I assign a second one and then move it over. So maybe we could get a half. And currently it's near a city, so we basically get a free mint there. Because the mint production is, well, mint production is 315. And the boost was like 140 or something. I wish combat log showed here. It may have. Didn't show shit here. Feels like the boost of resources would be something you want to see in the combat log. Alright, I guess we try it. Don't have a mine. Alright, how do we feel about not having a mine right now? I feel pretty bad about not having a mine right now. Yeah. Can't even get a mine. Well, can't we build a mine here? Build a mine here. Alright, fine. So we're gonna attract the population, build a mine, and then we're going to production, get our mint, and it brings it to, get this jet, this is the best part, it brings it to the exact same length of time it would have been to just build it in the capital. Holy shit, the min-maxing is so good. So good. Alright. 2 level ups. Some of these interactions are just so funny. Alright. We're looking to get access to spur to action is right there. Sweet. We take. We take strength training. Okay. Master of strategy, indeed. Work camp and a pull. Okay. So we have to figure out what we're doing here. We have 82 gold. We could build something smaller for a couple turns. We could get a blacksmith. I would like to start this mint. We need a 119. It's probably just better way to turn. Oh, we could do one of these though. Any of these any good? The crypts were good last time. We currently don't have anyone in the crypts, but we could get back to it. We could also build one of these. This improvement's actually a little bit interesting, right? Per adjacent province in domain with forest or swamp. 2 food, 2 mana. That can be built anywhere. In domain. Is domain city domain? Yeah. Do we have an adjacent spot for that? What does execution do above and beyond? So, oh, execution is what it sounds like. We convert them into remains, I guess. Like this tile has adjacent forest 1, adjacent forest 2, adjacent forest 3. This one has 4, right? Is this farm on a forest tile? It's really hard to tell. That's a forest too. Can mountains be forested? No. How about main tiles? How do I tell the status of my main tile here? Doesn't seem to let me select the tile beneath it. Can I see that somewhere else? What's a different way to get to this not that, thank you, game. I'm in an entirely different province clicking. How do I get to the base terrain of the tile? You fucking thing. Clicking an individual tile like that, except in the capital. Or that tile, apparently. What the hell? I don't know what that logic is. I don't understand why it's sometimes letting me select the tile and sometimes not. Driving me nuts. Click in the middle of the tile. It has to highlight like that, I guess. Look at that. No, that doesn't do it either. Middle of the tile where it says what it's built on. Here. It absolutely doesn't show that. Sure. But I want to know the tile my city's built on. Maybe the city flattens and it's not a forested tile at all, or it can't be. I don't actually know. Anyway, I wanted adjacencies, so I guess we'll start counting again. So this one has possibly 1, definitely 1 here, 1 there. It's 2, 3, 4, and possibly a 5th. What do we need foresters for? We need it only for the academy. What happens if I lose the boost midway through building the academy? Probably don't get it. I think this is time to build this though. Yeah. Alright, so we build this on the forester. Yeah. Okay. No, please keep making these Ursus. This is really good YouTube content. Like the weird shit that happens, the screw ups I make, the weird UI interactions. It's really good YouTube content. Like the YouTube shorts, it's super good. Please keep making those. You can make fun of me all you like. That type of making fun of me is supported. For sure. Alright, let's go this way. There's a unit here. We almost certainly have to delete it, but let's not let the AI get it. Got a vampire spider hatchling. Why would I open hero screen? What the hell does a hero screen have to do with the vampire spider hatchling? So to min-max, we would run over this way, scouting along the way, and then we would delete this army. Yeah. All right. Other than that, good, possibly good, mostly good, all good. Yeah. Any spells? Any text? Any Imperium? Anything that helps us here for Imperium? Just no, right? It just never does anything for us. I guess the second Whispering Stone is okay for 100. Gives us stability in our second city. All right, fine. And let's slot that here. Okay. Eternal Freeze. Another slay creature quest. Isn't that exciting? They freeze the earth, beast and man alike, leaving behind a desolate, lifeless wasteland. Will you stop these ice creatures? Winter's over. Let's melt some ice. Reward Chaos Boon. Reward Mystery Boon. Let's pay 217 mana. We get a Lesser Snow Spirit. We get a Chaos Crisis. Or we decline the quest outright. I wish the mystery reward was less mysterious. And I wish I could see where they were placed on the map. Can I? They spawn directly next to my capital. And I have 20 turns to do it. That seems okay. Okay. Think it blocks any production or anything while it's there? Okay. Is my farm occupied? It's not saying that. Okay. Yeah, I put my review of Darkest Dungeon 2 out today on my second YouTube channel if you want to hear my thoughts of it. About it. Alright. We got Vision for Scouts. Summon Entwined Thrall. This is a skirmisher unit. It is a tier 1 skirmisher unit too. But I think it is worse than our current skirmisher unit. What is Vision of Victory? Friendly units gain 3 fortune. I think that is not going to be great long term, but possibly. We need one more research to get out of this tome. 240, 240. Oh, research scales. No, it isn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. 200 there. So we can get, if we don't care about either of these spells, it's 200 to hit this one. So we save 20 research to get to the next next tome. Do we care? So where am I getting? Oh, I took a nature one, didn't I? What else is available, I suppose, is probably worth asking about too. So we have all of these. Wait, how do we have all of these if I was just considering upgrading one of them? Where's this file? Oh, it must be one of our base ones then. Yeah, but I'm not shuffling for anything. I don't want healing roots or poison blades. So the I don't want Entwined Thrall either. So really, this is the perfect role for us. We're just trying to get to the next tech. The question is, do we want to pay 40 more tech, which is a half turn of tech, for a spell we might possibly use? This is 3 crit chance or 30% crit rate on an AoE. Or do we just believe we don't actually care about that crit spell ever? We're never going to cast it. In which case, we should do the Wayfinder enchantment. I don't like the unpredictability of crit damage, although when you have a lot of attacking units, it's not quite as bad. It's a bigger damage buff some of the time than our all tier 1 units. So I don't know. Maybe we try Visions. I haven't really played with crit builds, so I'm not too excited about faster scout movement. I guess we'll pay the half turn of tech to try out the new spell. See what it feels like. You can stack crit easily. Okay. Alright, so what's going on here? Our scout is scouting. We still haven't found the enemies. There's 4 enemy AI. Are they all going to be... I should have disabled underground. I wonder if they're underground. I haven't been underground yet. Oh, we should probably cast our sight range to 70 mana and an upkeep of 2. I think it's worth. Get it this turn as well. Total upkeep 4. Why was it said 2 and actually cost 4? It's probably still worth. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing what's here. More mana over there too. We have a small creature cage. 2 free units over here that no good to use. It's 2 per turn. I know it's 2 per turn, but I think it's actually 4 per turn. Should be able to see that. Yeah. This is the double cost of enchantments, so we can delete the scouts later. But I mean, This happened to us last time we played on standard distance, right? I think whatever they're using to calculate close versus standard is broken. This is standard. I have like 100 tiles in between me and the AI. Close was like literally like 6. So I don't quite know what's going on here. Like, where's the sweet spot? Your options are you never see the AI in the entire game, or you start directly on top of them. That's it. Seems kind of weird. All right. Is this the new turn? Do we have full movement? We do have full movement. So we have all the hero stuff. We want to clear this area and plant, I guess. Okay. So that's experience. This is food. That's going to be mana. And that is a large production. I kind of want to save that for the new city and rush the gold buildings. And we decided the tile we wanted was up there, right? So we might as well clear here and then go up that way. Alright, let's go here. The tile to be is there. Alright, we could try this now. Alright, so which units are uniquely this guy? Uniquely this guy are the Hound Masters. With this guy in army, they have 4. So let's take a couple things here. First of all, unit upkeep is 142 still. What happens if we engage with this unit here? I'd have to go to battlefield for this though. Maybe this is not the time to test this. I don't want to have to go full. Alright, we can gain evil. I think we want to gain evil. What are our, how do I see my racial stuff again? I can click up here, right? This one of this is us. AI very hard, AI very hard. No, that's not us. How do I see my setup from this screen? I mean, I know which ones we have. I don't think they are inherently evil or inherently good, right? I can't see my setup from this screen. That's kind of annoying. Click on them, it might bring the Diplo screen. That's a good question. Does it bring? That's funny. Nice. All right. So we are currently -5. And if we go to -10, we are evil. Evil is just minus standing with AI and city states. And we're at full war, so we don't care. So no negatives, right? Only positives. Probably bad events. It's probably the other thing. Kind of wanted to try evil. Yeah. Alright, so we attack. We want the money anyways. Should be able to auto this, but they might do damage to us. Let's see what comes out of this. I wanted to see about the resistances on the units. We didn't take any. They did a lot of damage to that ruler. Is that too much damage to our ruler? Probably actually okay. Alright, another wind barrier ring and 154 food we take. We can have that equipped. Alright, if that didn't make a pop there, I'd be pretty shocked. It either didn't apply there, or was just enough. 209 out of 284, so it did apply there. Okay. We've changed to evil alignment. I wonder if a plus 10% chance to be negative means the valence of the event is negative, like it's gonna suck for the player, or if the events are going to be evil alignment events. Who knows? We'll find out, I guess. Alright, I want to clear birds Birds have experience. Who gets the experience? Our guys are legendary here, right? Because they've been fighting so much. So ideally, do we have to min-max for this? I guess we would. So we need to swap some units around, huh? Can't get in range of that anyways this turn, so it's a next turn problem. There we go there. Go here. Then you go here. I'm not going to be in range. We're going to fight it next turn. Yeah, I guess I can move next to it. Well, I can't move next to it, right? We can get to there, though. So we just go here. Okay. And then we swap the ones without full experience. Do I care about these things going legendary? I guess I do. How many more do we get in there? 3? Exalted defense sounds fun. Already legend. No idea what exalted defense does. Sure. 3, 4, 5. So full now. We're gonna get 2 of those, maybe. Okay. All right. Did that change my upkeep? It shouldn't have. It didn't. Great. Okay. Can I initiate combat? I can. This guy's the second one's out of range though, right? So if we hover that, we're 1 tile out of range with the hero unit, so we can't do it from them. But we could send the bird unit over and attack, and we would get just this fight. If we want to take the smaller fight, that's okay. But the problem is then the bird unit will move on to the experience boosts, which applies to your units, and then it won't impact the stack of units here. I have no idea, by the way, if this applies to heroes that experience boost. If it does, it's probably better to actually pull the other leader into the fight as part, or rather onto the tile, but we'll see. All right, this all looks good. Do we have any other movement? Scouts, for example. Nope, we are good. Do we have anything we want to do with Imperium? I doubt it, but we could look. No. All right, so we end turn. Okay. We could convert some things to mines. Yeah, that's probably okay. All right. Interesting question. Should we just bring the... I think it probably does give to the hero. So I guess what we should do is actually leave behind one of these. So we go... Doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Who knows? Might matter. Alright, so go there. Go here. We want to move to there. Bring to there. And then bring you, and you to there. And one of these Beastmasters, I guess. Oops. Okay, and then we fight that. We auto it. Certainly don't lose our hero there. Okay. Sweet gold. And there's our level. Doesn't look like the way that worked was experience based, but maybe it is. Did we get double level ups? We did get double level ups. Okay, so it was. Just everybody gets a level up. Everybody who's part of the army who steps in that tile gets a level up. That's how that works. Good to know. And it looks like it puts you at 0 of the next level. So if you were close, it's kind of a scam. Okay, some more random arbitrary decisions and rules, but sure. It's not that great for hero leveling though, right? Because you waste a bunch of it a lot of the time. So if you just level, you could come back to it maybe. But anyway, it's a lot of micro for figuring that out. Okay, what do we want? We're level 9. We could take more down this tree. Endurance training is interesting. Status resist is fine. Alternatively, we could start down like a battle magic route on this character and an archer route on the other character. Yeah, you couldn't clear the camp and not enter the tile because there's no option to do that. I can't kill that thing and then not go to that tile. But you could leave the mobs on the tile. Kind of annoying part of this is we're going to get a bunch of things via tech, right? If we save the skill point, can we do those later too? Maybe there's a way to do it now. Not make the decision and just wait till the tech unlocks more hero level ups that we might want. No problem with that on the other character though. The other character is lower level. Okay. Is this story realm? No. Nope. The settings are in the title of the stream. Alright chat. I, however, need to grab some food. So I'm gonna take a quick break here. We'll be back in about 5 minutes roughly. So I'll be back in a few. See you shortly. Okay, we're back. Sorry for the break, but just me right now, so gotta get some food. Alright, kind of loving the start of this game. I wish the AI was a little bit closer, but I feel like I have a much better understanding of the game this time than the first game I played. So, how do I eat so fast? I stream for a living. So, you know, we got this down, Ashley. Okay, what do we got going around? We got 2 scouts. Let's do those first. Hey, met one of the AI. Great. I say great, but they're probably going to kill my unit now. I mean, that might be great. Maybe I don't have to pay upkeep anymore. Got another... Okay. A funnel. No, you just buy food that makes sense to have for lunch that's quick. You know, I do a quick wrap and sandwich meat and a little bit of cheese and some, you know, pickles on it. It takes me about 30 seconds to make the sandwich, about 2 minutes to eat it. And then, can get back to streaming. Otherwise, I don't get to eat, so I prefer to have that work. All right, what is this? Gold? It's another animal. Another T1. Do I chew? I mean, chewing's optional. Just takes a little bit longer to absorb if you don't chew. What is this? I don't really want a creature. Do we just burn it? Guess I can see what it is. Dread Spider Halfling. This will upgrade. Does it upgrade into anything useful? We lose all the tier 1 buffs if we evolve it, right? So, no, it's not very useful at all. I could send it, and I can't quite reach the Wonder. I can see what's in the Wonder by going for it, but... Soft food is the key. There you go. Soft foods are the key. It's funny, actually. I thought I had a nice relaxing lunch this time around, too. Like, I had some chips and dip with it, too. So... Took my sweet time this time around. Less rush than normal was my point. Alright, ruler leveled. No, ruler leveled last time. We're saving it. Yeah. I have a turn timer. Yep. It's a countdown in the back of my head for sure. Whenever I take a break, when the stream's running, I feel it. I try to minimize that for sure. It seems ridiculous to keep, you know, 600 people hanging out for long if I can avoid it. Alright. Let's go, so that's the production, and we wanted this tile? I mean, the thing is we have so much space right now. It's so hard not to just spam cities. They're pretty nice nodes, too. What level is a dragon's lair? Do we know? Isn't there a city cap? Sure, but I mean, we can increase the city cap by 1 and then build 2 more cities if we want. I'm not sure we have the health to take on a dragon's lair right now. But if we founded a city and healed in the outpost and then fought the dragon's lair, that would work out really nicely. So that's probably actually what we want to do. Yeah. Need to switch our leaders back out. And we need to find that tile. Is there a way to increase city cap outside of the Imperium tree? Or is that what you're referencing? You're talking this one? Is there another one in the tree down here? The one I have is repeatable. Oh, I didn't know that. It's news to me that's repeatable. Interesting. Okay. So there's really no reason not to then. And we kind of wanted this tile, right? So that tile is a dead tile. Although it's immediately adjacent to all the things we want. It's probably this tile, actually. Still get that, but it's 3 out. I think it's this one. Is this the tile we identified last time? I don't recall. But we should head up that way. And we need to get the leader there first. And you have more action points left. It's gonna fuck my economy to do this by breaking up the groups. It's kind of awkward that units have individual movement relative to their stacks. So the Beastmasters are 26. We could actually do a full skirmisher stack army, which would be faster. It's going to deploy in a really stupid manner. It's going to be annoying to sort itself out. Whereas the mixed armies have the better benefit of being a bit more sane. But that army would have the same speed and be quite a bit faster. Alright, well we need to go healing, so I guess I'm just going to eat the gold cost for a couple turns at 73. So we finished our little improvement. Still haven't built the Wizard Tower. Wizard Tower is more Imperium. I built that ahead of the mint. We have a pop in here as well. There's our herbalist. So this tile is mana as well. We take this as production. And then that gets us our Forester back too, so it keeps the boost. Do we want to run a production boost here? I don't think so. We're at 5 stability. Is it just Wizard Tower time? Probably. That's the problem. I wanted money. Okay. Let's get that Imperium generation going. Alright, we will suck it up and take our like 12 or 15 or whatever it is per turn hit for doing this. So be it. Alright. And then you wish to combine with the other units. The stack hasn't moved. The stack hasn't moved. So how far can we get if we want to go this way? Quite a bit closer, honestly. Alright, how close could you go? You could go to there or there. And if I wanted you guys, how far can you go? You can all go there. Okay. Percent base reductions, right? So better to do this if we can. God, it's so fussy. This game is so fussy with its bonuses with the heroes like this. I actually like the independent movement sometimes, and sometimes it's just insanely fussy. Alright, what else? Nothing in here. That looks good. Anything else we need to do? We have a spell. What is it? It's still our summon spell that we're holding till we need it. We have production assigned. We're building towards an outpost. We're not under attack. Do we have anything Imperium-wise we want? There's no point in spending this, right? We don't gain anything by spending ahead of time for city cap. So I think this is just an end turn. Okay.